MLB Network comes to you live from the Mile High City and Coors Field. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the LA Dodgers and the Colorado Rockies. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Hey, just like any team, pitching is going to be the key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but putting together some quality outings early in the season could do wonders for this club getting out of the gate with a good start.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. German Marquez gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3, but if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
Into the box, Jackie Robinson, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Really good at-bat here from the leadoff hitter as he'll force him to throw another one. Our temperature not quite 60 degrees, 59 here at game time this afternoon. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he darn near started this thing off with a bang. Instead, it's a foul ball. Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first out. A chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Nero, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matt, the key for me to success for this lineup is they got to be willing to come through in big spots. They got to stick to the game plan. Somebody's going to have to get a knock with 2 outs and find a way to not leave base runners stranded.
The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. The 1-2. Grounded up the first baseline. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Now the pitch. And it's fouled away. We're just underway here in Denver. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. Marquez is calling for it. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Oh, that'll make you smile as a pitcher. You make a good pitch, you blow the guy's bat up, and then you make the play yourself. In your head, you're thinking, nice swing, meat.
At the plate, Duke Snider. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Here's another 1-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
And he fouls this one off. ground ball to third. Reined in. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. Dodgers down in order. It's the Dodgers nothing. Rockies stepping into the plate. Just underway. Next on MLB Network. Striding in is Todd Helton. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Valenzuela has finished off more than 2,900 innings during his time in the major leagues and hangs an ERA just a little over 3.5. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
So now to the plate, Garrett Hampson. In there at the letters, 1-2 now.
Not the ideal location for a changeup up in the zone, but he got away with it.
Had the weight back on the changeup, and he did a good job just to make contact. 1 out, nobody on. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
At the plate now, Vinny Castilla. And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly. And gone up into the second deck. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him as the Rockies have taken a 2-0 lead.
Well, after a long winter and a grueling spring, everyone is anxious to get the season started. But to start it off with a home run, there's no better way to get your campaign underway. He was rounding the bases thinking, hey, this is going to be a good year.
Stepping in now, Larry Walker. The fastball that gets the lower part of the zone called for a strike.
Hey, after that extra base hit, things could go awry. He didn't. He battled right back in his zone with a nice executed pitch.
And the throw to first will indeed get him. It's a strikeout, score at 2-3, and the inning is over. But the Rockies push across 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's now 2-0 Colorado. Leading off the inning, it'll be Mike Piazza, and they could use a spark from him here.
You know, these next couple innings are really important for these guys. I know they're only down by a couple, but they need to get something going on offense to keep pace, even though it's early.
That's a hit, the first of the new campaign for the boys in blue.
Hey, nice leadoff single to start the second right there. They're already down. They got to find a way to stay on the attack and get back in this game. We'll see how they play it here.
To the plate now, Matt Kemp. And the pitch is off the catcher's glove as it rolls away. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second.
Yeah, and as we take another look at this, this pitch is on the outer half of the plate. The catcher doesn't know whether to backhand it or not, and it just skips off his glove for the pass ball. He'll be upset with himself about that one, no doubt.
High and deep down the left field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Skied down the left field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Another payoff pitch. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. He'll try it again, 3-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Walker arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
That is good.
So here's how the Colorado Rockies are positioned defensively. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Trevor Story. We get it, big-time power, but also adequate on the defensive side. Taking over after Troy Tulowitzki left couldn't be easy, and Trevor Story did a heck of a job.
In now, Mookie Betts. 2-1 now to Mookie. Into the corner and slicing foul.
He got the fastball where he wanted and just pulled off of it.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Taken high and deep to right. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. So a man at third here with 2 gone. Striding to the plate will be Corey Seager. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. And a scaling attempt at the wall, but it'll be in vain because this ball is gone. So it's a 2-run homer for Corey Seager. First home run of the campaign for him as the Dodgers have bounced back to tie this one at 2.
Man, you could see the center fielder tracking the ball the entire way. He thought he had it, and he might tell you he should have had it, but he just couldn't bring it back into the yard. Sometimes it's a game of inches, folks.
Into the box, Max Muncy. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. But the Dodgers do strike for 2 coming on this 2-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Last half of the second set to go, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Brendan Rodgers. Swings through it for strike number 2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Snyder's under it. 1 down.
Batting 7, the shortstop.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And we get to watch one of the best right fielders in the game today. He brought home gold last year. We know a right fielder profiles as a huge offensive producer. but this guy covers a ton of ground all the way to the foul line with a strong throwing arm.
Standing in now, Trevor Story. Taken, strike 2 called, and it's even at 2-2.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
And obviously, this guy's a double threat up there. He can run, and he can go yard, too. You don't want to walk him because he might steal a base on you, but you don't want to groove a fastball either because he can take you out of the yard.
Strike 3 called. Nasty screwball there for out number 2.
He's looking a lot sharper and settled in here in the second inning. It'd be hard not to because that first inning was pretty much a mess. But I give him credit for letting it go and making some really good adjustments.
Into the box now, Elias Diaz. Now here's a comebacker back to the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. 2 innings complete. Deuces are wild. It's 2-2. So here now's the pitcher, Fernando Valenzuela. 9-1-2 due up. 1-1.
That's a ball.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
High and deep down the left field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Grounded down the third baseline. Neither guy giving in. Here's the next one. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You can just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
At the plate now, Jackie Robinson. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. It's 3 balls and a strike to Jackie Robinson.
Well, this next pitch is a big one. The last thing you want to do is give a free pass to a guy that can run like this. He's a real burner out there on the base paths.
Runs up and gets this one down. But this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a liner. But good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
The third baseman, number 6, Trey Turner.
Next up for Los Angeles, Trey Turner. 2 out, nobody on. Two and one to count to Trey Turner. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
This is a good at-bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now.
Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline.
He was absolutely all over that fastball. Have to find a way to keep that fair.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And it's a foul ball.
Just not able to let that breaking ball travel enough right there. You could see his eyes light up when that popped out of the pitcher's hands, and he just hooked it foul.
Swing and a liner. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, D-Roll, that's just what you want to do. Keep the pressure on. He's given up a couple of runs early already in this game, and now he gives up the 2-out single.
Yeah, no chance right there. You want to make this guy work. You want to try and get into their pen as quick as possible. And if 2-out knocks are the answer, then so be it.
Next to bat is the home run hitting legend Duke Snider. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
Turner is off at first with 2 away. Hey. 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Hard on the ground towards short. And that's through for a hit.
Hey, guys, that was a nice job by the batter right there. He was able to get his front foot down early, recognize the backdoor slider, stay inside it, and drive it the other way.
So now to the plate, Mike Piazza. 2-1 to Piazza.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
2 down, runners at first and second. All even now, 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Drilled to the right side. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. Now a long throw home. But this won't be in time as he's well safe and the run scores.
And I can't blame the pitching coach for making that walk. That's 3 consecutive 2-out hits here. So he's going to remind this guy that they just need to make one good pitch and get this inning over with. Let's see if the talk does any good.
Stepping in now, Matt Kemp. Hammered the other way to deep right field. But it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard.
Man, they already hit 1 home run, and I thought they had a second one right there. Not quite enough behind it, though, as it banged off the wall for a double. He's giving up a fair amount of solid contact right now.
In now, Mookie Betts. High in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Rockies 2. Bottom of the 3rd now, and next it'll be a good hitting pitcher, German Marquez. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it. So that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. Really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
Standing in now, Todd Helton. And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. Into the bleachers and gone. solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number one, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Into the box, Garrett Hampson. Ground ball right side. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Up next for Colorado, the third baseman, Vinny Castilla.
Striding in for the Rockies, Vinny Castilla. He worked the walk and came around to score in his first trip in this game. Now a screwball is poured over for a strike, and he takes command 1-2. This one's down to third. Throw on to Muncy, gets him, and with that they'll end the inning. Rockies strike for one, and it comes on this solo home run. We're through 3 here in Denver. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Welcome back to Coors Field in Denver as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Dave Roberts, the Dodgers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. Looking at the advanced data, our researchers found that about 9 of 10 swings are resulting in some sort of contact today, which is well above Major League average. The result has been a lot of balls in play, a lot of hits, and solid run production, guys.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. And stepping in, Corey Seager. And remember, he hit that 2-run homer his first time up. One and two as the changeup had him out in front there.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
Fouled off. Two balls and 2 strikes to Corey Seager.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
Hit back up the middle, and this will find its way into center field for a leadoff single.
There's a hard-hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
At the plate, Max Muncy. And it's fouled away. Seager gets his lead at first, nobody out. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. And this is sliced hard down the left field line. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Man, I feel for him, but you've got to call a spade, right? He's really struggling. The sample size is 3+ innings, and in that time, he's given up 8 hits. So it might be time to cut your losses and make a change out there.
Into the box now, Fernando Valenzuela. Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now. Set. Here's the 3-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
Hey, I know they say this is not the place you want to work up in the zone for fear of home runs going out of Coors Field. But I'll tell you what, maybe he's enticing some more swing and miss up there. Maybe going to work a little bit more north and south today.
Great scoring opportunity miss right there. You talk about frustration, popping it up with 2 runners in scoring position. He'd like to get that one back.
Back to the top of the order now. And in steps a man whose number 42 has been forever retired, Jackie Robinson. A 1-1 pitch. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Rogers onto the grass. He gets there, and that's the second out.
The third baseman, number 6, Trey Turner.
Here now is Trey Turner. The set and the 1-1. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
Well, I bet the manager breathed a sigh of relief when he saw he wasn't hurt that badly. The last thing they can afford to lose is a guy like that for any length of time.
So now to the plate, Duke Snider. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not attacking the strike zone anymore.
And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. Dodgers leave them loaded, but they hang on to a 1-run lead, 4-3. Frustration boiling over with an opportunity missed. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Rockies skipper Bud Black between innings, specifically about his club's offensive output to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Dante Bichette.
He turned around that fastball and drove it out of the park in his previous at-bat, so there's got to be a good chance they mix it up right here on him and try and go off speed.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire. But what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
To the plate now, Larry Walker. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
Now back, second baseman, Brendan Rodgers.
Standing in now, Brendan Rodgers. Screwball offered at and missed that time as the count draws even at 2-2. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here, 3-2 with 2 away. Now the payoff pitch home. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted high and deep into the second deck and gone. So that's his first home run in the big leagues, and it's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Matt. People ask him 50 years from now who he hit it off of and what stadium he was playing in, and he'll remember it all. Heck, he'll probably remember what kind of pitch it was, too. Hopefully he can get the ball back so that can go in his trophy case forever.
In now, Trevor Story. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. But a run scores in the inning, and that'll have to be good enough as this solo home run knots things up. We're through 4, all even now at 4 apiece. Julian Fernandez is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
Julian Fernandez.
Now to bat, Mike Piazza. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Two and two to the Dodgers catcher. And a swing and a miss by Piazza, and he's a strikeout victim here. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Stepping in now, Matt Kemp. And he goes up to get this one as he pops it up over toward the right side of the infield. And this is taken in for the second out. And there are the final numbers for the Colorado starting pitcher. Not the opening day he wanted to have, unfortunately.
Hey, this was just one of those games that just weren't meant to be when you add it all up. Had a rough time, only lasted 4 innings. Just wasn't able to give them the kind of performance they were looking for going into this one.
5th inning here of a tie ball game, 4-4. Line drive to left. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Boy, just when you're looking for one of those shutdown innings, you get 2 quick outs, D-roll, then you give up a 2-out base hit to extend the inning.
Yeah, you show me a big league ball player that's going to give away an AB, no chance. Everybody's in there grinding every at-bat, every plate appearance. Nice job, maybe a little 2-out lightning start.
Into the box now, Corey Seager. Hampson able to track it down for the 3rd out. Dodgers leave 1 to the bottom of the 5th, halfway home, all even at 4. So now to the plate, Elias Diaz. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now here it comes. Down the first baseline, scooped up, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
The batter, the pitcher, Julian Fernandez.
C.J. Cron will come on as a pinch hitter to try and make an impact with 1 away.
Number 25, C.J. Cron.
Sign now from Piazza, the 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Cron is retired, 2 down now.
The first baseman, number 17.
Stepping in at the plate, Todd Helton comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Well, Matty, we know he's got the timing on the fastball locked in. That's what he got a hold of on that home run in the previous at-bat. You do not come off the heater. Have to be leery of the off-speed, but stay on the fastball. He's got to throw it again.
And he fouls this one off. Hit hard towards center. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
Now batting, number 1.
And that'll bring in Garrett Hampson. Third trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries. Grounded to third. But the feed to the second baseman is a wide one. And lucky for them, the right fielder's there to back up the throw.
And everyone knows that you set the tone on opening day, and that's not the kind of tone they want to set. They made fielding a priority in the spring, but it doesn't translate on that play. Might be some early season jitters, too.
So now to the plate, Vinny Castilla. He takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Hit high and deep out to left field. Into the bleachers and out of here. A 3-run shot down the line in left. First home run of the campaign for him, and it's now 7-4.
No surprise with that swing of the bat. This guy is simply one of the best in the game right now. There's not too many guys that take a beautiful hack like that in the league.
Here comes the Dodger manager making his way toward the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. Walker Buehler is out from the bullpen now, as he'll get the call here on opening day.
Walker Buehler.
At the plate now, Dante Bichette. There's a foul ball off to the right side, and that'll move the count to 1-2. 3 runs already home here. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. But the big blow of the inning comes right here, a 3-run home run. Through 5 innings, it's now a 7-4 ball game. Robert Stevenson takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Max Muncy. Here comes the 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That has to make you feel really good as a pitcher, right? You're making pitches all around the zone, and then you bring that one inside. You can't do anything with it. What does it do? It just locks you up inside. You have no chance to put the ball in play.
A.J. Pollock will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 11, A.J. Pollock.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Now this is foul tipped right into the catcher's glove as he holds on to preserve the strikeout, and there are 2 away.
No problems for him on the mound since
Now
he's
back.
come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Into the box, Jackie Robinson.
2 balls, 1
There's
strike.
ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone. And that Colorado bullpen comes to life now with a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error in the ballgame for the Dodgers to this point. This one's down to third. Fielded cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. They're on the short end of a 7-4 score. Brusdar Graterol enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the
Now
6th.
pitching for Los Angeles, number 48, Brusdar Graterol.
Bottom of the inning now, and up next will be Larry Walker. So 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2. Graterol is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, if you have great stuff and you strike everybody out, or like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense help him out and make some plays.
Hey, another leadoff knock right there. This game has been full of offense, full of traffic on the base pass. Let's see who's going to get that big double in the gap to clear him.
Standing in now, Brendan Rodgers. Swing and a liner. And that's in there. Base hit. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Boy, D-Roll, when you're starting to swing it like this team, it doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief pitcher, right? And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. In today's day and age of bullpen down your throat, you very rarely see back-to-back knocks when these guys are throwing smoke.
That's one of the keys, too. When you come in facing guys out in the bullpen, they're being taught to throw strikes early, and they're taking advantage of it.
And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Hey, D-Roll, they're making this guy pay. That's 3 straight singles and a run driven in.
Yeah, nothing hit extremely hard. Killing them softly, station to station with those knocks.
To the plate now, Elias Diaz. Line, but speared on a hop. The throw to Robinson. Over to Muncy, and they double him up.
Oh, that double play gave him a really good chance to minimize the damage here. 1 run has come across, but now he just has to work to strand that runner at third. Would be pretty huge if he can do that.
Number 11 will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 11.
One and one, here it is. Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Three and one now. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Set and the 3-1 pitch. A swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count at 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he lays off. Ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
Well, that was a slider in a 3-2 count. It just didn't tempt him enough to get a good swing. A good job of pitch recognition and knowing the strike zone to draw the free pass there.
In now for Colorado, Todd Helton. And their runners at the corners now. The 1-1.
Ball, that counts.
Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Now the payoff pitch home. Softly hit toward the hole. Reined in. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. Rockies forced to settle for 1. 7th inning coming up. Rockies lead it 8-4. Carlos Estevez is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
54, Carlos Estevez.
Leading off the inning, it'll be Trey Turner, and they could use a spark from him here. The 1-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Hampson will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, the center fielder, Duke Snider.
Next for the Dodgers, Duke Snider. 1 out, nobody on. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Hard on the ground toward short. And there's out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, Mike Piazza.
And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Mike Piazza. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Ball 2.
And that misses. 2-1.
1 strike.
And the pitch. A swing and a ground ball to third. And that's in there for a base hit. His 3rd hit of the game.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
And now in the box, Matt Kemp. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. Piazza, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a screamer, but this one's not going to stay fair. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
That was a nasty sweeping slider right there. If he was able to just catch the corner a little bit, he would have picked up that backwards K.
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. One left for LA. They're unable to make a dent in an 8-4 deficit. Julio Urias is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
Number 7, Julio Urias.
And now Garrett Hampson. In past meetings with Julio Urias, he's only 2 for 10. Fouled away. The 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fouled off. Ready with another 2-2. And he sends it the other way toward right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. He hit the corner and tries for third. And the Rockies kick it into high gear to open the inning. It's a leadoff triple. The speed they always talk about with this guy was on full display there.
Yeah, when you've got elite speed like this guy does, man, you don't need any help from the fielders to give you more time. He's thinking extra bases as soon as the ball gets to the outfield, and that time he wanted 3.
Vinny Castilla will stand in as he's accounted for one of the biggest at-bats of the game so far. A 3-run shot back in the 5th that's really energized his ball club. And he's able to lay off there for ball 4. Now to put runners at the corners now with still nobody out.
The right fielder, number 10.
Dante Bichette will stand in here, but before he does, let's take you back to the very first inning. This was a 2-run home run right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Into the box now, Larry Walker. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
The 2-1. And it's fouled away. 8 runs, 9 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
Hey, talk about having a productive inning. You like to see that. You like to add on runs anytime you can. And the sac fly here gives their team another insurance run, and they're starting to blow this thing wide open.
Castilla leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistake in location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. Brendan Rodgers connects for a 2-run home run. His second home run of the game, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
Who says hitting isn't contagious? These guys have been feeding off each other all game, and 5 home runs as the result. I'll tell you, you might see some scuffles in the on-deck circle between guys fighting to get to the plate.
Bickford comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Stepping in now, Trevor Story. The Rockies shortstop in front with a 3-1 count.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
The 3-1 pitch. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now this one's crushed. Left field line. And it's out of here. Back-to-back 2-out home runs. A solo home run here off the bat of Trevor Story. First home run of the campaign for him as they've widened this lead to 8 now. Guys, you believe what we're seeing here today? With 6 home runs so far, this lineup is turning in a performance for the ages at the plate.
Matty, this is crazy. Dan, what does the pitching coach say at this point?
Right now, the only thing he can't say is pick up that bullpen phone and look for reinforcements, because this has gotten really ugly, and this is a nightmare for a pitching coach.
The count now at 2-1. Fouled away. Four runs here in this half inning. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now. Strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. Another good inning for the Rockies, and Blake Street might be beckoning for 1 or 2 of this bunch. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. So that'll bring in Mookie Betts. Drilled down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Corey Seager will be next. Hit high and deep to right center. Right fielder giving chase. He's there and records the first out.
The batter, number 5, shortstop.
Time now for our starter comparison, and that tells the story. As you can see, neither guy able to get past 5 innings. Next to hit, Corey Seager. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled off. Here he comes again, 1-2. Got him to reach for it there as this is grounded to short. And that's the second out.
Up next is the first baseman, Max Muncy.
Now to the plate, here is Max Muncy for his career in this matchup, batting at an even 400. 2 out, nobody on. Easy take there as the off-speed pitch misses well inside. Now the 2-1. And it's fouled away. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. Here's another 2-2. Pitch popped up. Story moving to his left. And he's got it for the final out of the frame. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Rockies are out in front 12-4. Into the box now is the Colorado pitcher, Carlos Estevez. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. And here's a fastball, not close, as he runs it to 2-1 now. Into the windup and the pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
One thing that could nag at you as a pitcher is having to work really hard to get a guy that you think you should be able to cruise right through. He's not known for his offensive prowess, but he's putting together a real nice at-bat here.
Sent on the ground out to second. And Robinson will throw him out, 1 gone.
Now batting, first baseman, Todd Helton.
So the Rockies lineup turns over, and to the plate, Todd Helton. He bounced out last time up. The 3-1 is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Next to dig in, Garrett Hampson. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Now the 1-1 pitch.
Ball, that's inside.
And he comes back with a pitch right down the middle for strike 2.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
Helton leads off first with 1 away. Hit out towards second. To second for 1. Throw to Muncy to finish the double play. That retires the side. Nothing doing for the Rockies, but they hold a 12-4 lead. Will Smith is going to pinch hit here to lead off the 9th, and with his club already well down, they'll just need to try and get on base here. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Shot down the line. It's a fair ball. Running hard. He's digging for second. And it's a good start to the inning for the Dodgers on the leadoff double.
Wow, not sure what the pitcher was thinking, serving up a fastball right over the heart of the plate. His eyes got as big as saucers as he blasts this thing, putting himself into scoring position to start off the inning.
At the plate now, Jackie Robinson.
Ball, that's
just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Ball, that's
ball
too high.
3. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Looking up is the left fielder, still ranging back. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. First home run of the campaign for him. And this lead has been cut to just 6 now. This has been quite a hitting display from both sides. That's home run number 8 on the day.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, this is what Coors Field is all about, right? You come here to see runs, and that's what you saw today.
I just like this lineup. They didn't worry. They were going to hit homers regardless, but there's so much green grass out here playing in Denver. You stay on the approach that you're going to stay in the big part of the field. Next thing you know, you're back spinning stuff out of the yard.
Daniel Bard is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day. So now to the plate, Trey Turner. This is on the ground over to first. Scooped up, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Next up, Duke Snider. He's got 1 hit and 4 at-bats. Still only 1 out in the inning. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Bard, a former Red Sox, he was signed as a free agent in the middle of last season.
Yeah, Matty, there's not too many guys in their mid to late 30s that are going to get more than a 1-year deal, but this guy is a veteran presence in this clubhouse and on this roster, and he has been invaluable.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Popped him up. Castilla is under it. 2 gone.
The catcher,
Stepping in once again is Mike Piazza, singled in his last at-bat. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Hot shot to third. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This ball might have caught him in between hops. He looked unsure which way to turn his glove, and the next thing you know, it's by him.
In now, Matt Kemp. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
That is just a great at-bat there. When you're down late, you need base runners any way you can get them, and that never-say-die mentality could be the difference. We'll see how it plays out.
Here's Mookie Betts, and these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Piazza over at second. Kemp at first, 2 out in the inning. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. The Dodgers down to their final strike. Are trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pulled high in the air out to left field. And he'll make the catch to put an end to this one. And the Rockies move to 1-0 on the young season as this ball game is over. 12-6 the final tally here. Colorado hit 6 home runs as a team on the way to a win. Julian Fernandez claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 55 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, 46,897. The Rockies thank you for joining us here today. And as you exit Coors Field, we remind you to please drive home safely.